All right, good evening. I think it works. I hope it works. I'm for the first time alone at home having to do all the setting up of this live video stream. I can't really tell if I'm well in the picture, but I think I am, and I hope that you can hear me. Okay, on top of everything else, we have a little bit of a thunderstorm going on, and so this guy here, he's gonna be really clingy with me. He's so scared of thunder and lightning. So either he will be clinging with me or he will run off and hide somewhere. So we'll see. So I have Cisco here, Jasper here, and then in my lap is Satya. So tonight again is going to be the gentle yoga class, trauma sensitive. I will prompt you to pay attention to what's going on inside of you, but if you are traumatized, if you have PTSD or CPTSD, and that becomes too much or it becomes even triggering to you, that then just tune out what I'm saying and don't go there. Okay, just do whatever you are comfortable with. And with that said, I think we can get going. So come to a comfortable position. It does not need to be seated. You can lie down or you can stand up, I guess. I was wondering, is there another mode of where you can just relax? But anyway, you want to be comfortable for a moment. So choose that position, use any props you may have, blocks, blankets, bolsters, or pillows. And then if you're comfortable with it, gently close your eyes. And we will try to direct our attention inward, noticing what's going on inside of us on a physical, mental, and emotional level. And if you have a spiritual practice, you may also check on your spiritual well-being. And just notice what you find. And whatever you come across, just acknowledge and then let it pass. So we're trying to bring the awareness to ourself, to our own being, to our physical self and our mental self. And we're going to try to tune out whatever is going on around us. So let everything that's going on around you drift into the background. And then also notice how your sitting bones are grounding you into the earth. You want to feel like you're sitting securely, and you want to feel connected to the earth. And then imagine that your spine forms a straight line all the way to the crown of your head. And out of your head comes an imaginary connection with the sky, or if you have a spiritual practice, maybe with heaven or whatever else you believe in, the universe. So just kind of use your imagination and think about that you are grounding yourself into the earth, and then you're connecting with whatever that's up there above your head that is of spiritual relevance to you. If you need a deeper, even deeper grounding feeling, you may use your hands, your fingertips, and place them and connect with the earth in that way also. And staying nice and still, direct your attention to your breath now. Notice how your breath circulates through your body. And if you're not already breathing through your nose, try to breathe through your nose. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Starting another round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold. And then inhale and exhale, just normal. But try to keep breathing through your nose if that's available to you tonight. And then open your eyes to a soft gaze. And we will begin by dropping the chin to the chest. and rolling out the neck. And if you like to close your eyes again, go ahead and do that. If you're comfortable with closing your eyes and it doesn't cause you to become anxious, then I usually find that yoga with my eyes closed helps me connect better to my own body. But you choose whatever is good for you. Make sure that you go in both directions with your neck rotations. And notice where all you feel that. Do you have any specific tightness in your neck tonight? And if you need to hold a stretch at any point here, you can. Tonight is all about you, and you can do whatever you like. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to do my poses. Just use me or this live stream as an inspiration for you to do your own yoga. How about that? Bring your right ear over your right shoulder. Anything you like to do goes tonight. Modify any pose that you feel needs modification or substitute. And then bring your left ear over your left shoulder. And then go ahead and let your head hang in the center. And then look straight ahead. We'll begin with a seated twist. So inhale as you bring both arms up. And exhale as you bring your right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Try to lengthen your spine as much as possible. I don't know if you can hear the rain through my microphone, but maybe that is soothing to you. That would be a nice little extra perk tonight. If you can control the weather, inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, go the other way. You just want to look over your shoulder with a nice straight spine, if possible. Poor Cisco is shivering. He's so scared. Poor baby. Come back to the center, inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand down and reach the left arm over. You can keep the arm straight and look up if that's comfortable, or you could just let the arm hang. And you can also either prop yourself up on your hand here, or you can come all the way down onto your lower arm. And notice how you're lengthening right here through the left side of your body. So everyday activity shortens our muscles and makes me feel like I'm getting shorter and shorter and smaller and smaller. And then when I do yoga, I feel like I'm becoming tall and lengthened again. Inhale, center, and exhale, go the other way. Make sure you're breathing through your poses. Whenever you can think about it, go back to that breathing pattern we practiced in the beginning of the class, which that helps to signal your parasympathetic nervous system that it's okay to relax a little bit. Come back to center and inhale. And then exhale, bring your arms down. So that breathing pattern is just simply centered around making the exhale longer than the inhale. Just think about that. Come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to move through cat and cow, because I feel like cat and cow is just one of the best ways to get yourself tuned into your spine and your back. So as you exhale, round your back, let your head hang. This is cow pose, and as you inhale, sway your back and look up. This is cow pose. And then continue this on your own. Exhaling to cat and inhaling to cow. Moving back and forth and paying attention to how your spine and your back feel. Tonight, I got a little kiss from Sunshine. A little Sunshine kiss. Notice if you have any type of little kinks in your back, any kind of sensation you come across. Because with the back, you really have to be careful and you really have to adjust your practice accordingly. Let's go ahead and widen the knees and then move into extended child's pose. So you're going to rock back onto your heels, but you never have to touch your heels. If your hips don't want to go that low, that's fine. Mine definitely do not want to go that low. And you want to try to place your lower arms onto the mat, and then bring the third eye region of your forehead also firmly onto the mat. This is another way to relieve anxiety. So you already have two tools. You have the breathing technique, and then you also have this technique where you just bring that area between your eyebrows and firmly press it into the mat. And if you can do both together, that would probably be great. Breathing in and out slowly, exhaling longer than inhaling. And come back up onto your hands and knees. Let's go ahead and lift the right leg back and the left arm forward. You see how we're balancing tonight. However, if you do not like to lift this arm, you can leave the arm down and just lift the leg. Balancing table pose. Try to have your toes pointing down to the mat so that your hips stay closed. Whoop. And switch sides. Left leg up, right arm up, or keep the right hand down. Either way is fine. But try to feel the tension from either your shoulder to the left foot or from your right fingertips to the left foot. You're reaching, and you're making your back do a little work, and then bring your right hand and your left knee down, and just do one cat pose and one cow pose. And then go ahead and tuck your toes under and come up into your first downward facing dog of the day. So we're going to hang out here for a moment, paying attention to the lower leg, maybe also the hamstring muscles. You can pedal your feet back and forth. Spread your fingers wide. You can also add a little rocking motion forward and backwards. Or you can move your hips from side to side. Just pay attention to what your body responds with. Maybe you feel some sensation. Maybe some emotions come up. Just pay attention. These are all ways for your mind and your body to work together. Pay attention to what the body has to tell you. And keep your focus on your own body, on your own sensation, and on your emotions. then try to settle into your down dog. Maybe you can have your feet hip distance apart and your hands shoulder distance apart. And let's rock back into extended child's pose. Again, pressing the third eye into the mat. And just kind of taking inventory to what your body responds with after you did your downward facing dog. Maybe you can move your fingertips a little bit further away from you. And think about reaching the tailbone away from you also. And then we'll come forward into a knee plank. I like to keep my feet up like this, but that's not necessary. You can keep them down, but I like them up. And then we'll come down into, actually all the way down onto the stomach. Let's just do this. And we will place the lower arms onto the mat. Remove my bowl out of the way. So tonight we will do Sphinx pose and not Cobra. So you want to have your entire lower arms on the mat and the elbows close to the rib cage. And then as you inhale, press your entire lower arms into the floor. Hands all the way to the elbows. And then lift your upper body up and try to pull your shoulders out of your ears. This is Sphinx pose. So you want to feel like you look like the Sphinx in the desert. I mean the shape, not the look, okay? Exhale, come all the way back down. I know I always overthink what I'm saying, which it's kind of weird when you are doing these videos and you're just basically talking to yourself. Inhale, come back up into Sphinx pose. Breathing in and out here. Pull your shoulders out of your ears if you can. Press your arms down. Notice what's going on in your lower back. And then slowly come back down. We will do this one more time. As we inhale, we're going to lift the upper body up, keeping the head in alignment with the spine. Press the arms down. Feel your feet pressing down into the mat. And then slowly come back down. Turn your head to one side, lift your legs up, and just windshield wipe them from side to side. And then we're going to take the hands almost where the elbows were. We're going to lift up into a modified upward facing dog. So we're staying on the knees. We're lifting up onto the arms. And then if you like, you can try and sink into your shoulders and then look over your right shoulder and over the left shoulder. And then maybe you want to lift out of the shoulders and do the same thing. And notice how just a little different movement in your arms, either sinking down or lifting up. What difference does that make? Does it make such a difference that you feel this in completely other areas of your back, of your body, or does it not make such a big difference? Just whatever, pay attention, notice, observe, but try not to judge, okay? Just acknowledge whatever you feel, whatever you come across. And then gently pull into extended child's pose again. Lengthening the spine. Walk your fingertips away from your body. And let's lift up into downward facing dog. And then from here, we will step the right foot forward. And we will bring the left foot, the back foot, in just a little bit. Good. Straightening out the front leg. Fold over it. Now, if you don't reach the floor or this is just too difficult, you can also put the left knee down and rock back like this. This is the same type of stretch, maybe not quite as intense as standing up, but it's all good. It all stretches the hamstring muscle, okay? So here, sometimes you will feel that this right hip wants to stick out to the side. You want to pull it back if you can. And at the same time, you want to pull the other hip forward just a little bit so that you're nice and level. And just let your head fall. Let your head fall and breathe. And then in your mind's eye, travel up and down that right leg in the front. And notice what you find. Observe what you come across. Maybe you feel that your hamstring is a little tight tonight. Maybe you can direct your breath so that you can relax a little bit in this pose. Use your breath. Use your imagination. Maybe you can come up with a picture in your mind what it might look like when your breath meets your tight muscle. Maybe in your mind's eye, the breath can soften the muscle a little bit. And then we'll just take this right foot back into the downward facing dog position again. Rock back, let your head hang. Enjoy down dog. And then take your left foot forward and we'll do the same thing on this side. And here we have the opportunity to compare both sides, one side to the other, without making any judgments, okay? Just notice. It's normal that one side works better than the other. Especially when you get older, you know, no matter what, your body will feel a little different than it did when you were 20 years old. Or maybe you're watching and you're 20 years old and you're like, I don't even know what she's talking about. This comment came because I've been doing yoga since the year 2000, and I've been doing it pretty regularly and consistently since then. And even then, I can feel that my body is getting tighter with the years. Stepping back into your down dog. I just can't help but wonder what people feel like who don't do yoga. I just can't imagine breathing in and out here. And then bring your hands in towards your feet. As you do that, bend your knees and let your body just hang in ragdoll. You may grab opposite elbows and let your body sway. Notice what that does to your spine and your back. I hope this feels good. Let gravity pull on your spine. Let your body sway if you like that. And then slowly roll up your back one vertebra at a time. You want to think of your spine as if you are stacking it up so that it becomes nice and straight. And when you get up there, slide your shoulder blades down your back. And then we'll do it again. We'll inhale on the way up. Maybe you can add a little back bend here. My back doesn't really want to bend tonight. And then slowly roll it back down. Rolling down one vertebra at a time. And you're going to wind up with your knees bent and your body hanging in ragdoll just like you began. Let your body sway. Let this feel good. If you feel tension right here in the back of your neck or in your shoulder girdle, sometimes it feels good to shake out your head, roll out the shoulders. And then slowly come down into downward facing dog again, walking the hands out. These two make it a little challenging for me tonight. I know, Cisco, like poor baby. Breathing in and out here. And come down onto your knees and step your right foot forward. Actually, I'm going to start, let's do the left foot forward. That way I can face you first. Here you can either keep that knee on the floor and keep the toes tucked under, or put the toes flat on the floor. Or you can also do this in a high lunge fashion where you lift your knee up off the floor. Okay, either way is fine. We're going to keep the right hand on the outside of the right foot. No, now I'm all messed up. The left hand on the outside of the left foot. And then as you inhale, lift your right arm up. Lift it up. Reach towards the ceiling. Or think about reaching through the ceiling to the sky, to stay with the same theme we had in the beginning of class. And then just try to create a straight line from your bottom hand to your top hand. Breathing. Think about opening your front ribs towards the sky. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to look up like this, you can keep your head in a neutral position. But just think about lengthening through here. And then if you want to take the stretch further, you can take the right hand behind your back and just continue to pull the shoulder back, opening right here. And always breathing. gently release it. And step your left foot back. Bring the knee back. Come on back. And just switch sides. Your right foot comes forward. And now this time I'm going to face away from you, but take your right hand to the outside of the right foot. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Inhale, lift, reach, and create length as much as you can. And then also notice where all you feel this stretch. Notice if one side feels different than the other side. And just pay attention to what's going on in your physical body, but also with your emotions, with your thoughts. If your thoughts tend to wander off, try to reel them back in and bring them back to your practice. Try to keep your mind and your body connected. And if you like that deeper stretch, you can take the left hand behind your back here, lifting the heart towards the sky, deepening the stretch, and then breathing through the whole thing. Slow, deep breath. Maybe you can go back to that breathing pattern from the beginning. And then take your hand back down to the floor. And bring your leg back. And let's go ahead and pull back into extended child's pose. And this time, swing your hands around and bring them to the heels of your feet. And then see if you can let your upper body completely relax. This is child's pose. Press your third eye firmly down and breathe. Imagine what you look like in child's pose. And we'll pick the upper body up. And we will just sit over on the left side. So I have my feet swung out to the right, and I have my left butt cheek on the floor. If you can, though, have both butt cheeks on the floor. My anatomy does not want to do that, but maybe you can. So inhale, reach both arms up, and then exhale, twist to the right, look over your right shoulder. And here now that we have been warmed up a little bit more, maybe you can twist a little bit deeper than you did in the beginning. Again, lengthen your spine as well as you can. And then you may use your back hand to twist, and the left hand to push you around a little further. You can let your back hand help you as well. I really wish I could communicate to these dogs that everything is just fine. Everything is just fine. Well, at least I can communicate that to you. Everything is just fine. So come over and sit on the other side. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale and twist to the other side. Again, you're going to try to work with a nice straight spine, reaching the crown of the head up, and then looking over the left shoulder, and maybe using the right hand against the knee to help you round a little further. But remember, tonight you don't need to push yourself. Tonight is just about whatever makes you feel good and whatever level you need to work at. Make sure you're breathing deeply, and also make sure you pay attention to what's going on in your body physically. And then also if any kind of emotions come up while you do this pose. Come on back to the center. And then we'll extend the legs in front. Gotcha, baby. Every time you get comfortable, I have to move you. Straighten out the legs. And inhale as you reach your arms up. And then exhale as you let your upper body fall forward. So tonight, we're not going to press. Tonight, we're not going to focus on the straight spine. If you need to modify so that your legs are more comfortable, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can also place a towel or a small pillow or blanket underneath your knees. And just hang out here for a moment. If you're breathing deeply, maybe your hamstrings allow you to go a little deeper into the stretch. But like I said, that's not necessary tonight. Tonight is all about feeling the response in your body and practicing each pose to where it feels best to you. Not pushing yourself to your limit. Just more like using yoga as a meditation form to relax mind and body together. If you work a regular work week, Monday through Friday, you have just made it. And you probably feel a little bit of the stress of the work week hanging on. This yoga practice, I hope, helps you to get rid of that so that you don't bring it into the weekend and you can have a fun weekend. Lift your upper body up, and then we're going to bring the feet together into cobbler's pose. Sorry, I have to move you again. You want to bring the feet in as closely as you're comfortable with it, soles of the feet together. And then you can place your hands either onto your feet using the elbows to push the knees closer to the floor, or you can take your hands behind you and then just pull the knees closer to the floor. Let the feet peel open here. They don't need, if you keep the inner arches of the feet together, your knees are up higher. So if you let the feet peel open a little bit, the knees go closer to the floor naturally. Just a little tip here. And then if you have your hands on the feet or behind you, you can move around a little bit. You can even lean forward if that feels good to you. Just try to prevent this upper body portion here to start tensing up. So you want to stay relaxed and just let the stretch happen. Just let it happen and use your breath. use your breath. Imagine how when the breath arrives, wherever you may feel some tightness, it just melts the tightness away. And then maybe you can go a little deeper. Maybe you will automatically go a little deeper without pushing, just using your breath. And then take your upper body back up. Bring your knees together. Oh, and then we're just going to flop the legs around a little bit, loosen them up. And let's take it down onto the back. What we'll do, and this is optional, but I kind of like it, but if this is too much for you, feel free to just help yourself down onto your back. But I will take my hands to the outside of my lower legs and I will rock back and wind up in happy baby pose. Here we go. So you're pulling your knees towards your armpits, taking a hold of your lower legs, but then think about that your hips, they want to rock up, right? So in order to get a nice, really a better stretch, you need to place your hips down, reaching the tailbone away from you, and then pulling the knees towards you, towards the armpits. And then see if it feels good, if you straighten out one leg and bend the other a little bit more and then switch it off. Or maybe it feels really good if you add movement from side to side. Just notice what you find, notice what you feel. And if it is easier to stay connected to your body, close your eyes if you're comfortable with it. Notice all the different areas in your body where you feel this. And then just hug your knees into your body. Take your hands across your shins. And also bring your forehead to your knees maybe. If that feels good, make yourself into the smallest little package. You can rock, you can roll. We rock and roll. And then go ahead and lower your upper body back down and just stick your legs up into the air. So we will hang out here for a moment. Rotate your ankles as always. You can make movements with your feet, pointing and flexing them. You can scrunch up your toes. Wiggle your feet around. And again, if you're comfortable with it, close your eyes, please, because this position should signal your body that we are winding down with our practice for tonight and that we are about to go into our final relaxation. So this pose is a pre-relaxation. We are reversing the flow from the feet to the heart, helping out the heart a little bit. And while you're lying here, notice your body pressing up against the floor, or maybe it's the floor pressing up against the body. Notice all the different points on your body that are touching. And then notice how secure you are here on the floor. So you can't fall off. So there's no need to hold any tension in your shoulders and your upper body. The only place you need a little bit of tension because you're holding them up is the legs. But even then, if you have something to place underneath your hips, that facilitates it a little bit for the legs. Or you can continue to hang on to them if they are tired. Just try to relax your upper body. Soften the muscles in your face. Especially the third eye region here. Think about a loved one brushing their fingers back and forth from one eyebrow to the other. And as they do this, all the worry wrinkles soften up and any tension leaves your body. I say that because my mom used to do that with me whenever I was worried. Even as a teenager, I would put my head into her lap and she would just touch me like that. A long time sometimes, and it just made all the tension disappear. Slowly breathing. Let's transition, bringing the feet down. And I'm a little bit handicapped tonight because of my little worry warts here. But you can put your feet together, letting the knees fall towards the floor. Actually, these two are my life yoga props because you can make yourself more comfortable by placing pillows under your legs when you do this. And then let's bring the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart and just feel what we find here. Feel the belly expand outward against your hand as you inhale and then drawing away from your hand as you exhale. And with your left hand, feel your heart beat. And notice all the emotions, all the physical sensations that are going on in your body. And thank God that you're alive and well enough to practice yoga. What a gift. What a wonderful gift. You can stay right here if you like. This can be your final relaxation position. Or you can transition now to any other position that allows you to stay there for a moment and to completely relax. Your eyes should be softly closed. Just notice what it feels like when when your breath travels through your body. And your body travels into relaxation. I know I messed that one up. Follow your breath as it moves through your body, and wherever it touches, it brings relaxation to your tired muscles and also new energy. And then it transports away what you no longer need. And so every breath is deep and meaningful. Enjoy this moment of relaxation, quiet mind, quiet body. gently reawaken your body by moving your fingers and your toes. Let your thumbs brush up against the pads of your fingers and notice the tingling sensation. And then roll your head back and forth, just gently. Go ahead and place your feet onto the mat. And then reach your arms behind you and stretch. And then curl up on your right side. Make a pillow with your hands. And thank yourself for showing up on your mat tonight. You did an awesome job. Give yourself that compliment because you really deserve it. And then keeping your eyes closed, gently help yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And when you get there, place your hands into Anjali Mudra, thumbs to your heart. Slightly bow your head. And once again, bring your attention inward. Notice what's going on inside of you. And I want to thank you for practicing yoga with me tonight. Thank you, Marcia, for hanging in there with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel good about yourself. Thank you so much. Namaste. And since I have nobody to stop the video, I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm going to take this little tyke with me. And we're going to say goodbye now.